Recording in progress.
Let me get a whiskey sour, barkeep.
No problem. Would you like a highball glass? Oh, the microphone. Look at you with that fire ass microphone.
Yo, do I sound actually good now?
Dude,
Sounded like complete shit the last time.
You sound like you were fucking miles away.
Sounded like I was in the Ukraine.
They're like, we're having troubles over here. They're just bombing and bombing. I don't know what to fucking do.
Listen, if I had to be stuck anywhere, I'd rather be stuck behind the Ukrainian army, bro. Them dudes is fighting, bro.
Yo, them niggas are chihuahuas, bro. They're just
fighting.
They're going at it.
Bro, they taking tanks, bro. They kicking actual, they killing the Russian soldiers, jumping into tanks and then using it against them. That's G shit, bro.
I mean, listen, what do you expect from a company that created a Yugo?
Right? You know what's funny? I was watching a YouTube video about how terrible anything Russian made is, like the Russian cars, Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen a Yugo fucking hustle once.
So there was this car, right? There was this car that they I forgot what the name of it was, but it was supposed to be like a Mercedes contender, right?
Yeah.
Mind you, the car, right? It was like, it had to be like 90 something, 91 or 92. They made this car and it was supposed to be a Mercedes-Benz contender.
Uh-huh.
And they designed the windows. The windows were roll downs, first off, but the roll downs were backwards. And the engineers were like, you know what, screw it. We'll just leave it like that, bro. Bro, they're you know, you think of roll down windows, you go one, they went the other way, and they were just like, let's just leave it. and the car was like, people would buy the car in Russia, like it would fall apart like after a year, like things would just fall apart on it, like the engine, the train. But that's how bad they always try to like, oh, you know what? If the world don't want to, the world doesn't want to give us stuff, we'll just do it ourselves. And they just, everything they do is a disaster. And here's a perfect example of their military. Fazzo.
What up?
Hey,
what up?
What's up, Chooch?
What's going on, Chooch?
Is that gravy simmering? That gravy simmering right
I'm
now?
stirring it. I'm stirring it.
Hey, stir the fucking sauce.
You got the pot off camera.
Come on.
All day, I got the kids stirring sauce and looking for helicopters all day.
I give you one thing to do.
Speaking of, and I don't know what has brought this up, classic, with all the Will and Jada and all the Oscar thing, classic Jersey moment. When Pesci won the supporting actor and he went up there, grabbed the award and just said, "I'm privileged," and walked away.
And walked right off, yo.
That's gonna be the most ultimate G shit in Oscar history ever. First of all,
privilege.
You can see in his face that he's like, I won. Yeah. And he went up there, grabbed the award, and just said, "Oh man, I'm privileged," and walked away.
Yo, the shortest speech ever.
Bro, he won some best supporting actor for Goodfellas.
Yeah, he phenomenal.
Oh my god, that was all. But that was just the most awesome Oscar acceptance ever, bro. He just went up there and said, "I'm privileged," and walked away.
Yo, my man knew what he wanted. He kept it short.
You know that Martin Scorsese didn't want him for the role because he wanted somebody younger, so he went and Pesci used his personal like makeup artist. They pulled his shit back. They made him look real young, and he was sending in the VHSs to Marty. He didn't take no for an answer, and then they gave him the role. But he wasn't supposed to have that role.
Imagine if he didn't get that role, man.
Yeah, man.
You wonder like it would have been what it was, right? Like
it would have been different.
I think Pesci, Pesci wasn't the main role, but that was a major part of that movie, man.
Big time.
Big time.
I mean, his character.
The authenticity, whatever, if that's a word that he brought to the role, bro.
Yeah,
like no other. There's only a few that can do it. He's one of that few, that handful that's believable, The other guy for me is Chaz Palminteri in The Bronx Tale.
That's
one
the
of the
man
most,
right there.
That's
right? The most authentic ever.
Top 3 movies, bro. Bronx Tale is one of my top 3 movies.
His story, I mean, I heard him on a few podcasts. I mean, how he all started. Same thing with Stallone. They wrote their own shit. no, I'm going to star in my own shit.
Yeah.
Took no
You-
for an answer.
You talk about taking the word "made men" literally right there. Like these guys literally made themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you had Stallone who worked in a
Exact-
factory, and just decided to write a movie about a boxer.
And sat on it. And
Yeah.
sat on the script and didn't,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
Same thing
amazing.
with
It's wild.
Same thing with Chaz. He sat on the script, and when he met De Niro goes, "Yeah, I know. You want to play Sonny?" He goes, "No problem." You know, because everybody that brought it to him was like, "No, you're not playing Sonny."
Yeah.
Robert De Niro was like, "We're gonna do the deal." Yeah, I know you're gonna play Sonny. Don't do that.
But that was the whole thing because he did it as a one-man show
Yeah,
until they finally saw it, and then they bought. And then when the studio, was like, all right, I want to buy this, and he was like, all right, but I gotta play this, and they
I gotta
kept
play
saying
Sonny.
no.
Just
Listen,
like I gotta
dude.
play Rocky. I have to play
They
Rocky.
were
if not,
Rocky.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing
I
it.
got to be Rocky. And the biggest mistake ever if they would have given, I forgot who they were considering. Wasn't it Mickey Rourke or somebody?
Ryan O'Neal was one of them. There was a few.
Yeah, there was a few guys that were like they were looking at. I think even De Niro was also a prospect.
Might have been
So-
because yeah.
So imagine if it wasn't Stallone. Like you don't even think about it, right? Like if how much that would have altered history. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if
definitely.
Stallone wasn't Rocky.
Yeah.
But that's also pretty interesting when you hear actors talk about roles they turn down. A lot of them do.
No, yeah, definitely, man. I hear a lot of those stories, but the Bronx Tale, I've been wanting to see that on Broadway. Like I heard, like the Broadway show is just amazing. But I mean, number one, just to get in there, it's always sold out, and then it's like $400 for a ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's ridiculous, but I mean, I think
I
with
just don't
Broadway
know if I
trying to,
could. I don't know if I could invest that much.
I think
no
with Broadway
matter how
wanted
much.
to do a comeback, they're probably like, all right, we got to fill these seats.
Yeah, Broadway's gotten a little out of control these last few years. Like me, there's a few shows that I've been wanting to see. Book of Mormon, that's like $300.
I wanna see that.
A ticket for the cheap
Damn.
nosebleed seats. Yeah, it's
Damn.
crazy because it's a popular show. It's always sold out, right? So they're gonna price gouge. You know what I'm saying? And then they allow third party ticket sales as well. I think StubHub and all these things ruined the game, bro. Like they allow these people to price gouge everyone.
Yeah.
So
Not everybody
You know?
could be Kid Rock and just sell
Okay.
tickets for $20.
you saw like well, we'll talk about it during the show, but his ticket sales tripled.
Dude, Kid Rock,
In the
don't
last
play.
couple-
he knows
the last
he
couple days.
controls his own shit. He's like, no, I'm selling my tickets.
We're going to talk about it, but yeah, I don't know, man. More and more I look at this, and more I'm just like, this. I don't know. It's starting to really look like it was all a part of a master plan, man.
I'm starting to lean towards that as well too.
Oh.
Just too much stuff around it.
It's just too much around it, and just Chris Rock's silence, maybe holding it for the show to get people to the show to see what he says.
Mhm.
Did you?
I just think, bro. I just think
did
this again. I don't want to take too much from. We'll talk about it when if ever these guys show up. But
So what do you think about the mugshot shorties? I love it,
I spent about 40 minutes going through each one of them, bro.
dude. I love that
was
fucking
so-
shit.
I was so fascinated by. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have a chance to talk about it on the show, but mug shorties.
Yeah. So
This is gonna be an outtake. I don't care.
Little-
I'm gonna
little-
post
little-
this as an outtake.
little backstory. Mugshot shorties is women who got arrested, and they did an Instagram page.
The link is right underneath there.
Yeah, the link is below, and you get to see these women's faces and their crimes that they committed.
Yeah.
Some are hot, some are not, some are distraught.
Bewildered.
Dude, I scroll through them, and I'm like doing backstories of who they are.
But I literally spent, as soon as you sent it, as soon as it hit my inbox, I spent about 45 minutes just going through everything, just going through all of them.
I
was so fascinated.
I heard it on a show, on a podcast, and I was like, I gotta look this up. So I'm looking this up, and I'm like, oh, this is good.
Well, I posted something on Facebook. There's something on Facebook as well. I don't know if you remember, Vic, when I posted on Facebook, like friends of jail ladies or something, and it's like you can actually talk to the chicks that are in jail. They, for some reason, they have access to Facebook.
Yes,
and you can interact
yes.
with a lot of the chicks in jail.
Yeah.
Like a
And you
pen
can send
pal,
them
like a
shit.
Facebook,
Yes.
like a Facebook pen pal, or
Mhm.
and you could like cash app them.
Yeah, you can
First of
cash
all,
app
I
them.
didn't
They'll
even know
talk
they
to
could
you.
get- I didn't even know that you could do all this stuff in jail now. Like you could be on Facebook, Cash App, and I mean, like, what?
I think they lightened it up. But I mean, dude, you gotta be desperate if you're like.
I was about to
you
say
know
that. Vic,
what?
a lot of
Like-
lonely people out there.
like,
a lot of lonely people.
These bitches don't want to go out on a date with me. All I want is coffee. You know what? I'm gonna talk to this bitch who's doing 20 to life.
Exactly.
Listen,
Low
mu-
maintenance. You know.
much props to whoever runs mug shorties, bro. Like you have to like go through and research all these people and put their backstories and find their mug shots. Like
Exactly.
you've done a good job.
Speaking of mugshots,
Yeah. Speaking of mugshot, here's a
Look at this
mugshot
guy.
daddy right here.
mugshot Tony, yeah.
Poppy Unabomber over here.
Yeah.
Stay away from your mailboxes, bitches. What's going on? Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Unfortunately.
And I was told I finally sound good now. I sound 1080p.
Yes.
Nice.
He doesn't have that tin can voice anymore. Like
You got that
like he-
olive oil voice now.
Yeah. He's
Like I'm in a Russian tank.
you sound
way,
like a
Vic.
can
tan,
on
bro.
a string. I'm working on it.
That was nice tan you had while you were eating that cucumber.
Ken was just waiting all day for that.
All day. He's been
was
sitting
just
on this
waiting
thing
for all
since
day
he
for that.
woke up. He saw that video while he was taking his shit. He goes, I got to. This is my one shot.
Speaking of cucumbers,
Yeah, speaking of cucumbers.
Oh, somebody brought the guns to the gun show. To the gun show.
You know the vibes. Guns out, you heard?
Yeah. Those
What's
fucking
good, what's
with those
good?
22s.
Pythons. The pythons.
You got
This is a Hulkamaniacs. I'm here. This is
Fucking-
Hulkamaniacs.
garden snakes. Let me tell you something, brother. Everything's got to end with a brother.
Oh, always.
You're right. Like, take your vitamins and say your prayer, brothers.
Hey,
Yeah.
brother. Even if it was a girl. Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
So on today's show, we're gonna have Val Kilmer,
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne
Rock.
Johnson,
And Mike.
Denzel.
and a special guest,
Yeah.
Carrot Top.
Willow Smith.
Yo, to start everything off, because I know we're gonna talk about the news of the week, and we know what that is.
Black bird
But
round
let
the
me
world.
just start
Yeah.
off this. Let me just jump off this. Is it me-
Slapski
is it-
2022.
Yes. Is it just me, or does Denzel always have to inject himself into everything?
Pretty much.
Yo,
I
bro,
mean,
that's Lord. He's a whole that's Lord, bro.
Yeah,
That
he's
is
a-
Lord. Bro,
King
he's at
Kong
that level where he
Ain't got nothing on me.
he's
Dude's
just
he's giving his acceptance speech, and for some reason Denzel finds some way to get injected into it, and they got to cut to Denzel, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Denzel always finds a way to inject himself.
that's right.
Dave.
That's right.
Dave, how
Yeah.
deep though, right? Like only Denzel is gonna come out with just like 2-3 words, bro. That had me
It
like,
was deep. It was
wow,
deep.
bro.
It was deep.
That was deep. He goes, and it made a lot of sense, and it kind of almost like told Will, like, yo, bro, relax. He said, bro, watch out, because it's only when you're at your highest level is when the devil's gonna test you. That is the realest shit I've heard
Ever.
probably in like 28 years.
That's some grandfather shit.
That's some
Oh.
straight that's some abuelo shit right there.
Yeah,
So-
that's some abuelo shit.
He be
I
dropping
mean, who
jewels
says
though.
that?
He be
Only
dropping
lords,
Only he's a Sith Lord.
only lords say that, bro.
But I just found it funny that, like, you know, out of all, like, I was like, oh, come on, Denzel, like, they just cut to Denzel while this guy's crying, and,
Mhm.
and, you know, after everything happened, it was funny. It was just funny to me. I was like, it had to be right. Of all people, like Denzel, of course, one of the greatest actor legends, whatever, and there he is, front row center, involved in the drama. So,
And
just wanna see-
in the brouhaha.
So what do you guys think, man? I'm starting to lean towards that the shit was staged. That's what I think.
That's a whole negative.
Nah? You think-
That's a whole negative.
I'm
bro.
starting to think so too, Fast. I agree with you. I'm starting to think that this is
I don't know.
all staged, bro.
I don't know, man. I
For
don't
for
know.
what though? For what?
Okay. Well, well, you know what? Let me break it down to you, right? All right. So in the beginning, yeah, everything. But number one, Chris Rock's silence, right? And amid Chris Rock's silence, his ticket sales are tripling, quadrupling in the last couple of days, and he hasn't said anything. And why is that? Because people are going to want to go to his show to see what he says, right? He's attracting people to his shows. I just think that he's using this to his advantage. He's totally using this to his advantage.
I'm not buying it. Not when the Academy Award already has stepped in and said, you know, they're taking other measures, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like investigation.
Supposedly they asked him to
No, I
leave
didn't hear
and he
about that.
refused.
That what, Kenny?
That they supposedly asked him to leave and he refused.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He was like, I ain't going nowhere, Papa.
we all should have had that tonight. We all should
we
have
should
had
have,
that
man.
behind
You're
us.
right.
I listen. You know, it just all right. You know, in a sense, I don't think it was staged as Chris Rock knew it was going to happen, but I think he's using it to his advantage. And good for him. If he's using this to his advantage, where he's going to make money off of it, that's the outcome I would want, right?
Well,
You know what I
the
mean?
ticket went from 150 to 250 now, bro.
So what do you think about that?
You know,
How about that?
Why would I?
Tickets-
Why would I
Yeah.
make a statement now and just be like, "Yo, come to my show and we'll talk about it"? You know what I mean? Be like,
No,
come to
there's
my
no
show
talking.
and we'll talk about it.
There's gonna be no talking. There's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of talking on his end. He's gonna talk mad shit.
Absolutely.
I hope he totally shits on both of them, bro.
Oh, he will.
I hope
He will.
that's what I hope it happens because I'm tired of the asses.
You're
And
gonna know in the next because I think he's what is his first show? I think Friday tomorrow or something like that.
Some
He's
shit
gonna
like
be
that.
in AC.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in Atlantic City this weekend too.
Yeah, two
wow.
nights. 2 nights.
No,
Yeah, but-
now you heard
Without-
about that apology, right? That apology that went out
Yeah.
on Chris Rock's end.
He shut off the comments.
On
No,
Will Smith's end.
no. On Chris Rock, there was an apology that they said that he put out. The shit's not real. He did not
Oh
put
yeah, it's
that out.
not. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
He did
Make
not
his,
put that shit out.
his PR person already came out and said that wasn't him. He
Yeah.
didn't make any statements.
And my wife read it. She goes, "That wasn't him."
Yeah, that
He speaks really well, and there was a lot of fucking like grammatical errors in this.
Yeah,
And I was
definitely.
like, "Really?" And she goes,
You
"You're saying it ain't real."
You know what's funny is that I was watching just earlier today Ricky Gervais during the Golden Globes and what he said. I can only imagine what if he would have attacked Will. I mean, the things that Ricky was saying was worse than what anything
Brutal.
Yeah, I could only imagine what would happen there. Like, would Will have gone up to Ricky and slapped him?
Good
You
question.
know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like people don't people defending Will. Oh, I'm gonna. Come on, dude. They're comedians, right? They're comedians. All right. First of all, if you're gonna be that sensitive, don't go to these things because that's what comedians do, man. They're gonna find your weakest moment and exploit it and make a joke out of it.
Well, that's
mean,
the thing. Like I said before in the chat, I said, listen, these guys are comedians. He does observational humor. He went out there, he observed the audience, and he has to riff off of what he sees.
Absolutely.
He didn't say anything negative. You know, I think
He
Kenny
mentioned
had
alopecia. He
Kenny
didn't
had
mention any of
put,
that.
I didn't even know the fucking bitch had it.
We didn't either. Nobody
did.
knew. Nobody knew.
So, but
If
the
you don't
fact
follow
that
them, you don't know.
right, so the fact that he mentioned it, but he mentioned the whole G.I. Jane thing, which was a fucking badass movie.
You're about to say something nice about me, Vic. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, no, because I think you had posted something also on the chat about
It's very
something
rare,
that,
so.
that you have. Yeah, it is very rare. So enjoy it, bro. Soak it in.
Yeah.
Get some butter, get some bread, and fucking eat that shit wholeheartedly. And kiss it sideways and swallow it. So
Thank you so much. Thank you.
but you know, so I just lost my fucking train of thought because you fucking twats. Anywho, but I mean, like,
cut to a commercial.
Yeah, but it wasn't that got him pissed. He's got shit tucked in for a lot of years. He's been played the fuck out by her.
It ain't
You
Chris
know what I'm
Rock's
saying?
fault
And
though. It ain't Chris Rock's
That's-
fault though.
that's tucked in work. All that came out, that shit's been
therapy.
tucked in for a long time.
Get therapy. That ain't Chris Rock's fault.
Nah, bro.
That was Lou. I don't care how much that was straight bait. I'm gonna end my side of the opinion. That was some straight bitch shit, bro. People want to
That's
call
no facts.
Chris Rock.
Facts.
Chris Rock was a man for not swinging back, or people want to accuse the guy as being pussy because he didn't hit back. Come on, man. He slapped.
Nah.
He did one of those two
like-
snaps.
Yeah,
it was
but
like
he
it was a choreographed slap. Y'all should
Yeah,
have
come on,
slap.
man.
But he
Come
laughed it
on.
off, though. He laughed
He
it
did
off.
the right thing, and on
Yeah.
top of that, he's gonna make millions on.
Absolutely.
Yo,
Absolutely.
you got shit that building up, man. Fix your shit in your house. Fix it in your house. There won't be no jokes, bro.
Hey.
Don't sit in the front row and don't see a comedian that's gonna exploit it.
Control the puppet master, and that's her.
There's a lot of people.
She a
There's a lot of
toxic
people that
ass
supported it,
broad,
though.
bro. I don't care what she's going through. She always been toxic. She's been a toxic chick since Tupac days,
It's
bro.
Tupac.
She ain't nothing but
Tupac,
trouble, bro.
Yo, I think
That's
she
why I don't
killed
feel sorry for
Tupac.
her. I don't feel sorry for her at all.
I think she got Tupac killed. She called that order in.
Why didn't he bring that same energy to old boy,
You've
bro?
gone too far.
Yeah.
Good point, Luke. Good point.
Why didn't he bring that energy to Augustine or August, October, whatever that dude's name?
is.
Like,
October, September, October.
he that's who needed to get bitch smacked and fucked up.
You know what
You
I
I'm
think
saying?
about?
Like, huh?
You know what I think about? Can you imagine Don Rickles being alive today?
Oh.
Forget about it, dude. You kidding me?
There'd be a lot of fights on stage.
Dude, as soon as Don Rickles walked on the stage, you would have saw a big "Please Stand By" on the screen.
Exactly, yo. Exactly. He used
I
to
was
tear
just
up Frank Sinatra, yo, big time, yo.
I just been saying that
Terrible.
now. In today's culture, bro. I was just saying before, it's more dangerous to be a comedian as it is to be a cop, bro. Nowadays, You
But,
know what I mean?
but
That's
see,
sad.
listen,
Real up.
the fucked up part about the whole thing is like, I
Who can
mean, he just fucking threw the whole culture 4 steps back.
Yeah.
Like, they were talking about, protesting the Oscars because there weren't too many black people being honored and won awards, this and that. Then this shit happens.
Yeah, man.
I mean, come on, dog.
And
Now
it's
you
like-
got people twisted.
They've been getting honored though lately, bro. So I mean, come on with that too. You got Will Smith, you got old boy from the what's his name with the afro, what's his name
Questlove.
Questlove.
Questlove, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Denzel,
Right.
They're
So
making
now
progress.
last year,
they're
the
making
guy last
progress.
year, huh?
Yeah. But that's the whole thing. Like, they're making progress, and now you do this.
You take 4 steps back. Yeah.
I mean,
like,
you just
but-
fucked it up.
But Vic,
It's
on
like
that
Craig.
point, on that point, I always said, bro, leave the white man shit alone and go do your own thing, man.
They have a
See,
black
Leave-
Oscars.
leave-
That's
leave
just the
the-
thing.
Yeah,
It's
leave
like-
the white man. Leave the
Listen,
white man
there's-
shit alone
there's
and go
black
do your own
Twitter.
thing.
Does Black Twitter have black Oscars?
But that's it. That's just
Tyler
it.
Perry vibes.
On the Today Show, they were talking. His Craig, I forget his name. He's on the Today Show. Anyway, he was saying that for a bunch of years, people have been saying that blacks, especially black men, males, are very aggressive and very, and like he was saying, this type of stuff right here, just proves the stereotyping that we've been trying to fight for all these years. And on top of that, like, you're trying to teach your kids, you don't put your hands on people if you don't have to. And here comes an icon jumping on stage and smacking somebody.
Smacking another icon. You know what I mean? 2 icons.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're trying to
Legend,
teach your kids to
legend.
do one thing, and then you got these stars doing the fucking other, bro. It's
Yeah.
like you said, the culture's totally changing. Totally changing.
You heard what Jim Carrey said. Jim Carrey said, I would have sued him for $200 million because that
Yeah,
video will
yeah.
never, ever leave the internet. It's
They're
there
not going to
forever.
scrub it.
Nah,
That shit's
hell
not
no.
going to get scrubbed.
Nah, bro, yo, that's universe wide, bro. That is oh,
ET's
bro.
watching that shit going,
Everybody see that shit, bro.
"Ouch."
Everybody see that shit. Motherfuckers in another galaxy fucking see that.
Yeah, but
shit.
you know
Like,
what?
oh, did
But-
you
but-
see that?
But,
Oh my, hey, Chewy, did you see that?
the reason,
Yeah. Did you see this?
but you know why the reason I think he didn't do it is because number one, his star didn't fall, and number two, his manhood wasn't affected by it.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yo, he
His
took it
manhood
like
is
a
not
man.
affected by it.
That's
So-
a different dude. I tell you that much.
a
bro.
different
That's
guy,
a different dude
And he
because
was a professional about it. You know what I'm saying? So that he's like, you know what? I ain't gonna press charge. I ain't gonna bother with this, man. This didn't affect my manhood. This didn't affect my star. So whatever, man. If anything, it's really looking bad on Will.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely,
Yeah.
man.
It is.
yeah, but not every man is built like that.
No.
What do you mean?
No, Well, I mean, I
as
get
far as
that.
what?
I get
As
that.
far
Had
as
it been-
getting hit and staying hit.
But not every man's a celebrity on a Hollywood stage in the middle of the Oscars either. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I think a
It
lot of
ain't
it
the
was
streets.
just
It ain't the
a lot of it was
streets.
him being stunned though, right? Like
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
he didn't see that
He laughed in
coming
his
from
face.
nowhere.
He
And
laughed
like
in
all
his
the
face,
memes, like
though.
all the memes, had it been
He-
The Rock, would it
Had it
he
been The
up
Rock,
there? Had it been
remember,
The Rock?
I even said it before the meme came out. Had it been the other dude, Tyson. How about Tyson said that? Bro, memes came out. Bro, I'm telling you,
It's
he's
true though.
good. He would have
It's
not
true.
left his seat. He would have been a ha ha ha. Looked at Jada with the salty
would've-
face. Man,
Nah,
I
he
ain't
would have
going
been like, "Yo,
there.
Jada,
Ha,
nah,
ha,
you, nah,
You know what I'm
Jada."
saying?
He would have been like, "Jada, you go. Now you go. You got beef. You go."
He would have been
Well,
like,
That's
Jada,
Tyson.
take
what do
that,
you-
take
what do you
that,
think-
take that,
Bitch,
take
that's
that.
Tyson.
What do you
Fucking
think was
style.
going through his head? What was going through his head as he's approaching the stage? Like what? Like he's got a few seconds to think. He sees
Am
him
I
walking
gonna
up.
do it or
and takes-
not? I think he's like, "Am I gonna do it or not?" Oh shit, I've already committed. I got to do it.
I
What-
mean, once you stood up,
But what's Chris Rock?
He
Then?
has to
He's
commit. He
He's
has to
walking
commit.
you gotta commit.
You gotta commit.
But
I
what
didn't
about
think
Chris Rock though? What's he thinking as
I don't
Will
think he was
Smith's walking
expecting to
towards
see
him?
He
that.
wasn't expecting it because he goes, and he probably thought that he was gonna go up there because Will Smith is a funny.
And just
nigga
get in his
too.
face.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
just get in his
Will
face and talk
Smith,
to
he's
him.
a funny
Yeah.
dude. He's gonna
He
go
didn't
up
even-
there and joke. He was not expecting
He didn't even
that.
call him Will. He called him the name of Serena's dad.
Oh shit!
Richard.
He said-
Richard.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, here come the king." He said, "The
Here comes the
king
king.
and Rich."
Here
So,
comes
yeah,
the
he
king. Yeah, here comes the king. Yeah.
So yo,
But I mean, all in all, like, you know, I said this before, like he started off as a comedic rapper and then he got his TV show. So dog, you know comedy. So you know what this man does for a living. You know, and you laughed until you saw the saltiness on your wife's face.
All the times. He called
literally,
Uncle Phil, all the
literally
times he called Uncle Phil
saltiness
fat.
on his wife's face.
And I
Literally.
mean, okay, granted,
you
this
saw a lot
isn't
of salt.
this
He
isn't
tasted a lot of salt.
Rock's first time, you know, getting at them. He got at them the last time he hosted when he was like, you know, oh, I hear that they're protesting the Oscars. You know, you got to be invited to be protesting.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
mean,
what's that though? But what's
that's
that
a-
though?
It's like
It's,
Rihanna's
it's
fan.
funny. I mean, the shit was fun.
Yeah, it was
But-
funny.
Yeah, but that's the like, yo, you come from comedy, well, kind of. So you know the man's job. This is his job. Then you know what? From here on in, don't fucking have comedians hosting any of these shows.
Yep, you're right.
You know
Go
what
back
it
to the
is?
boring shit.
That's
Se
fucked up.
pasan, bro. Se pasan. They go beyond. Like, you know, funny. There's a funny, and then there's like a, whoa, you went too far. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they do that because that's what gets them like it's controversial. It's like, wow, did you really have to say that? And,
then
and it
again,
keeps them at that level of like, you know,
They're known for that shit.
But
Though. Like,
they
you know,
want-
Chris
they-
Rock is not a nice comedian. Like,
They-
he's
but
been
they-
known for his
yeah,
shit.
Right. They want the comedian that's gonna push the envelope.
Yeah, right.
They're
He's
not
a
gonna
nice
want
guy,
some.
you know.
They're not gonna want a cookie cutter comedian. They want somebody who's gonna talk some shit and say some like,
Yeah.
you know, some shit that's gonna get people thinking.
Hey man,
I just
think
hope it
I-
doesn't spread to the mainstream and people start jumping on stages at
I think-
comedy clubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
think
I would-
it's okay
ridiculous.
to go
I
out
would
there
think
and
the
smack
only
somebody.
I would think the only positive thing of no comedians at the Oscars, no more Amy Schumer. But I just
I mean,
because that is
Hey, I
right.
kind of like Amy Schumer.
I like
She's-
her, and I like
she's
her a
funny.
lot. She
She's
is funny
terrible.
as fuck.
you
I'm
guys
gonna
find
see-
her funny.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna see her at Red Bank.
Are you? You
Yeah,
guys think she's funny?
it's gonna be my
You know,
second time
she-
seeing her.
She's Ryan Reynolds funny. She's Jason Bateman funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
She's like one of the guys. That's why I like her.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
and she's got a nice rack.
Dave, you don't like
Moving
her, huh?
I can't stand that broad, man. I don't think she's funny at
What?
all. I can't.
I
Stand
like
her.
her, but I
on.
lost respect when they said that she was stealing jokes, that she was a joke thief, though.
She was a-
Nah.
I mean, they said that about Carlos.
Why did I
Mencia.
picture?
No,
why did I
he
picture-
is a
why
fucking
did I
joke
picture
thief.
her? I pictured her in a hamburger outfit. You know what I mean, just stealing jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
She killed it though when she came out and she was like,
Robber, robber, robber,
"Did I
That was
miss
good, Robert.
that's her stand up. Rob.
robber, robber, robber.
Anyways, man, that was a hell of a shocking. You know, a lot of people were like, "Oh man, I didn't even know the Oscars were even on." until that happened. And then
Exactly.
the ratings
I
shot
saw
up.
when it unfolded. My wife said, "Oh, that's crazy." I said, she thought it was staged. But for a few seconds, I was like, I don't know if that's that little serious as a motherfucker. I don't know. Yeah, we rewind it back. And she's like, "Now that's gotta be fake." I'm like, I said, Will's energy when he sat down and said that, I felt that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you felt him, and I got the chills when he first said, I'm like, oh wait, that's a man's like that whole coming out like and his face and like I was like, nah, if you a man and you know. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
all I know is during that whole mute sesh, I went online, boom, 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 boom.
Real quick.
Then I saw that in Australia
And China,
they had the
Audio.
unmuted version, and I was like, "Yo, honey, pause that shit." And I was like, "Watch this," so we know what the fuck was said, and we were like, "Whoa."
I
That
know
shit was fast.
it spread so fast. It went so viral that I caught it on YouTube surfing for other stuff, bro. Like it was like front and center. And I was like, what?
It had
That's how I found out.
25 million views in less than 5 minutes, bro.
Jesus Christ,
That's
man.
insane, man.
I mean, you know, it's kind of like when we go live on IG.
Did
I
you see,
understand.
you see what it
I
has now?
understand.
It has
The kind of numbers we push.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
numbers we push, bro. That's simple shit.
Is there a gazillion? Is there a gazillion? Because now I saw a gazillion on YouTube. I mean,
Then there's a Google.
thing, huh? Past trillions,
I think there's a Google. I don't know. Who knows? Let's be honest.
Zillion.
gazillion.
All right. So when we come back from break, Ryan Reynolds will be joining us.
What we're talking about is
We're talking about Will Smith slap.
The Slapski 2022.
And
all
his
I'm
new
saying
cell phone.
is Will Smith would have not done that if it was The Rock, Mike Tyson, if it was somebody that it was if it was true, he would have not done that. He was, you know, somebody like old boy from Fast and Furious. What's his name? Big dude.
Fucking Toretto.
Vin
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
All of them dudes.
Toretto?
he would've just sat down. So if you
I don't-
ask me,
I don't think he
my
would have done it
opinion,
if it was.
fake. That Will Smith hashtag pussy nigga.
I don't think he would have done it if it was Tyrese.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, some second thoughts.
Facts.
Will,
You know,
Will
50
Smith.
Cent, somebody hard rock that's gonna fight back, he would have not done that because he would
No,
have been
but
scared. He would have
listen.
been scared to get, you know what I'm saying, get his ass handed
Now,
to him in front of his wife.
now,
That would have been insult after insult. Damn, my wife is getting pinned out and carried out 2 years ago. I'm over here getting my ass cracked on the stage on the Oscars.
I
now,
can't do
now
that.
50. Remember when they first came out, when the shit found out about, you know, their open relationship, whether it's true or not, this and that. 50 went heavy on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
Heavy.
relentless. He was relentless.
But he goes heavy on everybody though.
He
Yo,
was heavy on it. Can you
Fact,
imagine
fact.
50 on stage? Yo, they should have 50 host the shows. Yo, they have 50 host the Oscars.
G Unit.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. What if it was a white comedian that told Jada, hey man, I can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2? Would it happen? What would
Then it would have been.
he have gone up?
Then it would have been a racial thing.
If it was Jim Carrey, he would have not gone up.
That she would have went up and slapped him.
I
Possibility.
just feel if she
Possibility.
would have never
Stop.
made that
She-
face, if she would have never made that face, I don't even think he would have got up.
She was like, I could take
He
this.
was
thing.
laughing, dude.
Because he
He was
laughed.
laughing.
That's what I'm saying,
He was
Dave. That's what
laughing.
I'm saying. How you gonna be laughing out of
That's some
but you know what's
bipolar
funny?
shit.
They
That's some
don't
straight
show the
bipolar shit.
clip of him looking over at her. I haven't
Wow.
seen that clip.
He
Is there
looked
not
at
a
her and
clip?
she was like, "Dude, you're gonna let him talk to me like that?"
Yeah, yeah. Yo, she literally gave the puppet master face.
Okay.
Literally gave the puppet master face. Like
Mhm.
when he looked at he just totally turned like on a dime and like, yo, what the hell? Like the dude was literally laughing seconds ago, like literally laughing,
Yeah.
slapping his knee and everything.
They didn't catch the moment when he went from smiling to where the transition to make him go on
It's
stage.
like that Kanye meme. It's like that Kanye where he's like smiling and then
Like
He
the
gets
fucking
serious.
I've seen that, Dave. I've
Manchurian
seen that.
candidate and shit.
Yeah, for real, yo.
She's like, listen, if you want to be in the next session of my pounding ground, you better go take care of that.
You better take care of it. Take care.
You know, gave him that face like, well, you know, this is one of the reasons why I cheat on you. So if you want me to cheat on you,
Should have been were you waiting for, nigga? Who get him?
she makes
know
me
what?
laugh because I don't know if you noticed her lately. The face that she puts that like I'm a goddess face. Fam, you was with
Oh, man.
Tupac.
I
She
know.
annoys me, man. I
You
can't
know what I'm
stand
saying?
her.
Do you notice
Like,
that
she's so-
face she puts on? Like she's like
The-
this like a goddess.
I
Like,
You know what
know.
pisses me off?
Yo,
That women,
calm down, calm down.
women want to see her as an icon of empowerment. She's nothing but toxicity, man. She's
You're an
toxic.
icon of
She's a
receiving
toxic-
side bicho.
She's
That's
a toxic human being. And women, all these women were like, "Oh, empowerment." She's all about empowerment.
You're
She's
an
a real-
icon
she's a
of
real
receiving
bichota.
A fat sack on the side. That's the only thing you're going to be known for, iconically wise.
Iconically.
Iconically known for receiving fat shaft.
Sword
You know what?
swallowing.
I mean, the fact that she put Will through 4 minutes of that bullshit Red Table show, just pretty much like just ripping him apart, like ripping his, and then you expect me to defend you, like after you do that to me after 4 minutes,
Made him
on
cry.
the sh-
That's
made
what-
him
that's what-
cry.
Made him
that's
cry.
That's what we call in Spanish Coronelio.
I
Cornelius.
mean, what's the word now that they're using? Simp? Is that the correct term?
Cuck.
Simp.
In
Yeah.
an Italian is cornuto.
Well, we got all
Cabron.
languages.
Cabron.
Cabron.
That's in
That's
Puerto
the
Rican.
slang. That's
Yeah.
the slang term.
Yeah, absolutely.
A cuck, a chooch. Now, Will Smith, you are the Scene Segments of the week.
Oh,
Will
yeah.
Absolutely.
Will Smith, it's not our fault that your bitch look like fucking Squidward from
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
yeah.
Welcome.
Facts.
Honorable,
Welcome.
honorable mention, Jada Smith.
Jay,
And-
welcome to the club.
And she low key loves Bukaki.
Did he just throw an accent in there?
Yeah, Bukaki.
She's a
You mean-
Bukaki.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bukaki. She's a Bukaki queen.
Bukaki. How do you pronounce that anyway?
Bukaki.
It's Bukaki. I always thought it was Bukaki.
Nah, it's Bukaki. There's a special Pornhub
I like it.
section
I
for
like,
that.
I like both pronunciations, bro.
Big
I
nose.
can roll with both of them.
I like Bukaki.
Okay, take it. That's you. You could go
No,
French with it.
No.
You're on
That's
Pornhub
Jada.
French.
That's Jada.
Okay, all right, that's Jada.
Two things you can't argue with Vic about: porn and food.
Facts.
In New York, the whole shit in New York with the mandates, with the athletes and the.
What a joke. Disaster.
I think that's crazy.
Disaster.
He should have just did that shit from the beginning.
What's that?
Well,
Can you bring us up to speed for the people that don't know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Well,
or-
the mayor, I forget what his name is.
Eric Adams.
There we go.
E-money.
E-money. He lifted the mandates a few weeks ago for everywhere pretty much,
Right.
and he was giving Kyrie a hard time, and Kyrie hasn't played at home until last week for like 6 months or whatever it was. So he finally lifts it, and now athletes can play without having to worry about the vaccine status.
Or being fired, like fired,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right. And then the cops and all this shit, they had to show status and had to get vaccinated, or they were, a lot of them lost their jobs. So they're saying, why is it like this for the athletes,
Well-
but not like that for the people that serve?
Mm.
Which I feel is right, man.
Well, here's the thing, right? So, and I'm not defending Eric Adams because this whole thing has been a disaster. But in his defense, he's coming in. He came into office a few months ago, and this is all riding off of old De Blasio policies, right?
Mhm.
So, but I still think he fumbled the ball. Whereas, you know what? If you're gonna take off the mandate first, it should have just been all the way across the board, right? And the way you fix it is you hire all these people that got fired because of this. You hire them back, give them their back pay, and that's it, bro. And you're good, right? They won't do it though because
course not.
they're too proud. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. They
They were wrong.
fumbled it.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a guy like you guys know where my politics stand. I'm the most liberal motherfucker you can meet. And even I was like, yo, this is getting ridiculous, man. These mandates and all this stuff is because the messaging's terrible. They don't know what they're doing. They're just being arbitrary with everything. And people actually lost their jobs, their livelihood because of it.
Mhm.
So the way you make it right is you hire all these people that lost their jobs because of this nonsense, give them their back pay, and we'll keep it moving. But they
Right.
won't do it. They won't do it.
Now,
It works.
what have you noticed going back to work in the city, Kenny? Because you've been getting a few jobs here and there.
It's been picking up, thank God.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's back to like you walk into the hotel without a mask or nothing, and everybody's like, you see a few people still wearing masks,
Which
and
is
even on
fine.
the
That's their,
Which is cool. That's their
and people
prerogative.
still got sicknesses. So
even on the street, even out in the open, you still see people with masks. But
Mhm.
for the most part, it's like I'm gonna say it's like a 70-30. People without masks, 70-30 with masks on the street.
But I mean, we're at that point. We're at that point where it's okay. You know what I'm saying? 70, like, it's okay to be out there without a mask on. It's okay to, you know what I mean? Whether you're vaccinated or not, you know what I'm saying? We're at that point where it's okay. But the whole, from the beginning, the messaging and the way they went about everything was so, and it just tore people, like, that's the reason why we had all this division and all this fighting and all this people saying this and people saying that, man, because they just suck. They suck at just getting the message out and just doing things the way it should be done. You know what I mean? So that's that, man. It's ridiculous, man, that number one, Kyrie's had to sit out because the rules were stupid. You had people coming, you had teams that could come in from out of state and play unvaccinated, but the team that they're playing against, the Nets, can't, if they're not vaccinated, they can't. It was ridiculous. Like it made
It was crazy.
absolutely no sense.
None at all.
And then you're gonna make some special accommodations for athletes, for these millionaire athletes, and then you got people that lost their jobs over it. I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand the optics of that. I mean, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy, man. Real crazy. But I'm glad that it's finally getting back to normal.
Yes. Thank you.
And hopefully the Nets can bring it home, man. They got a good squad.
But yeah, no, I'm glad. Listen, I don't know what's going on. I think I don't know if Gumby's flexing or what's going on over here, but
No, bro, because
He's doing his ASMR. He's trying to get tokens.
yeah, no, trying to get little hats and like 3D glasses get thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, but
Yo.
the last show, the ASMR shit, bro, right? Yeah,
Yes,
I talked
thank you.
about it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
bro.
Thank you.
Bro, Dave, come on. We need Jesus, take us now. After me, seriously, bro. Did you know about that? You knew about that. I could
I'm
tell in
sure
your
Dave
face.
knew. I'm sure Dave knew.
You follow that guy.
I think he plays him to go to sleep.
You've heard of that before, right, Dave? That ASMR shit, whatever the hell that's called, RMSA, whatever.
Isn't that like some kind of fetish?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
fetish.
fetish.
I
for,
think.
like,
Well, you know what? It depends.
Wait,
Sound
who am I?
effects
Who
and
am I
shit.
being accused of following? What are we talking about?
No, but you know,
you should need to watch episode 13.
Yeah, watch episode 13.
Watch episode
I didn't
13
finish it.
since
I
you
was
and
only
I
halfway
since
through.
you and I were not there, but I watched it. And
Was
I
that
was
part
like,
of was that the muted section?
no,
No.
no.
I need
Which
the
I'm-
director's
which
cut.
I'm-
I need the
Which
director's
I'm
cut.
pissed. Yeah, I need to fucking know what was said.
Well, that's top secret.
That was
Nah,
a
I'm
long
telling
you, we gotta
moment.
my ass.
That was a
I
long
love
Bitch,
moment.
you-
I was-
you got it on
got
your
to a
hard
point-
file.
It was so long. It got to a point I was trying to read lips. I was just
You know what?
straight trying to read lips.
Gumby, I'm coming over. I'm gonna
That's-
bring the sauce, the fucking orange, the orange Jameson,
Don't let him
and
do
we're
it,
gonna talk
Jumpy. Don't
about
let
what
him
was
do it,
said.
Jumpy.
Okay, cool.
We're
Even if
gonna-
you get water, don't talk.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. True serum.
You know what? I'm gonna bring you a fresh bottle, and we're gonna discuss the muted section.
ASMR with the mic and the shave. Bring the shaving cream
Mom,
so I can put it on.
Mum's the word. Mum's the word.
This is turning into a totally different show right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yo, Kenny, when you edit this, put hearts going up.
Little balloon
was that
pop.
that chat that campsite chatterbait?
Chatterbait. That's new to me. Explain.
Oh, you're breaking up again. You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
That's how you know. That's how you know when they know what I'm talking about when it's breaking up.
Bandwidth,
It's breaking
your
up. I
bandwidth
don't-
just
I
went
don't
way
know what's
low.
going on.
My
I don't
energy
know.
shuts down. I'm like,
Yeah, right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Apagaste.
Yeah, man.
You guys want to talk about Ukraine?
Yeah, shout out to the
Fucking
Ukrainian
shit show.
army, bro. Gangsters.
Yeah, I heard they took a town back or something like that, right?
Yeah, they're taking towns back. They're taking Russian tanks and then turning them around and using them against them. And yo, they're doing all kinds of guerrilla warfare type shit, bro. Those dudes they mean,
Gangster.
bro.
They're
They're
Latest I heard.
gangsters, bro.
This AM station I listened to, they were talking today about how Putin's own people don't want to tell him the truth about what's going on
'Cause
with
they
his
scared.
forces.
Yeah.
And so they make shit up and tell them, yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're winning.
progressing
We're
in the
winning.
war."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the background eating Subway sandwiches. And shit.
This segment brought to you by Subway. When a burger just ain't enough.
Yo, you know what's funny? You mentioned that, bro. Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
They showed a video in one of the major cities. I think it was Kiev.
Who
right?
got the sour cream and onions?
So this is how these people are living, right? This is how cool they are with everything that's going on, right? They have the reporters on the street doing things. People coming out of Papa John's, people coming out of McDonald's, and they all walking around, air sirens going, and people just walking up and down the street like cooling out. And you know, like, you're in the middle of a war, dude. And
That's
people
nuts,
just like,
bro. That's
Their
nuts.
biggest worry
Nuts.
is, did they remember to put the sauce in the bag?
Yeah.
yeah.
Zero fucks given.
You saw that Don Lemon segment where they think that it's staged. There was like a bunch of fucking firefighters with like an American town on their on their fucking suit. Yeah. There's this Don Lemon
Really?
segment. Yeah.
Why do
where
people,
they think
people
might even
always
been a
find
green
ways to
screen.
hate on? Yeah, people always find ways to shit on Don Lemon. But
Right, for real.
sometimes he does it to himself. He does it to himself sometimes. Kind of like when who was the guy, Dan Rathers, that said he was like in a helicopter in the war and he wasn't. And
Was
he
that-
got-
The guy
No.
that
Oh
my god, what was his name?
It
His
was
daughter
Dan
was
Rather.
on Girls. No, his daughter was on Girls.
Was it Tom Brokaw?
No,
I'm-
it was the guy that does Channel 4 now, the black guy with the glasses. I forget his name.
No, but no. This wasn't. This was definitely an old white dude.
No, he was a white guy, but he took over for him once he left the show. He's the
Oh,
one
I
that
got you.
took
I got
over
you.
his
I got
show.
you. I got you. Yeah, but it's like one of those things, right? Where like Geraldo and the Empty Vault. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the they do it to
Brian
themselves,
Williams.
man.
It was
The
Brian
Capone-
Williams.
what, the Capone
Brian
one?
Williams. He just
Brian
retired.
Williams.
Yeah.
what a
Brian
what a
Williams.
fail for Geraldo on that one.
Oh,
The
my
Vault.
How
God.
funny was that?
What a
Amazing.
fail, kid.
What a buildup. It was
Right.
such a buildup.
That's
I'll
that-
never forget that, bro. I was young as all fuck when he did that.
Once
I'm like,
once I saw that, I was glad he's half Jewish because I blame that on the Jewish side.
Oh my god.
I was like, he's gonna find something. He's gonna find. What was it for money or some shit? I don't know.
Spent that shit.
Names.
It was Capone,
Well,
right? Capone's
yeah.
Vault or something?
Yeah, what was it? Just
Yeah.
an old bottle.
Capone's gonna leave it there for him, right? To open and find. Spent
It
that
was a
shit.
big ass vault and it was like a couple crates.
In an
Like a
old
couple
bottle,
milk crates.
a dusty bottle on his side.
The fact that they just aired it anyways is what's hilarious to me, right? Like you thought that was no, it was live when they opened the vault.
It was
Yeah.
live.
That's
I remember
why.
that was
That's
that was
why.
on Channel
live.
11.
It was
Channel
live.
11.
Who remembers?
Yeah.
Who remembers Richard Bay?
I was
And
just about to
Oh,
say
I
that, Dave.
re-
I was
oh,
just
Richard
about to
Bay,
say
night
that.
yeah.
show.
Richard
That
Bay.
night show. That night
He
show.
used to be with the Morton Downey Jr. show, like right around
Yes.
that era.
Yeah,
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 Morton
yeah, yeah,
Downey.
yeah.
That big
Damn.
fucking smile he had.
Morton Downey Jr. That's what's his name's father? Robert Downey Jr. Father.
Oh,
That's a negative.
That's
Is it his
not-
father?
Isn't
that's
he
a negative.
related?
Robert Downey Jr.'s father is like a director or like a movie producer, but he's not who you think he is. Like
They're not
that's the biggest
affiliated.
myth ever. Yo.
But,
Like,
but
the
Morton,
Yeah,
doesn't
they're not
Morton,
affiliated.
but Morton has an actor's son though.
he does, but it's not Robert Downey Jr. It's
It's
somebody
not
else.
Robert Downey. Oh, well,
Nah,
duh,
nah,
right?
definitely
I should have
not.
thought like Morton, Robert.
Because I used to think that too, Dave. I fact checked that one. So
Richard
we at the Bros Knows fact check
Fact
Absolutely.
check.
Fact check ourselves sometimes.
sometimes.
can't come out the bathroom with just your dick in your hands. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
No,
but
absolutely.
Richard Bay was the joint, bro. That was like the late
Oh,
night.
I used to
you know what
love
I mean?
watching that shit.
Yo,
You know,
people
the-
from
the
Amboy
kind
were
of
on
like-
that show, yo. There was
Yeah,
people from
people from-
Amboy.
I
I don't
remember.
want to name names. Let's leave it at that.
I remember.
You had chicks and G strings running obstacle courses, and then after that was the Howard.
Yeah.
Then after that was the Howard Stern at midnight. It was the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
I remember
When
that.
Howard
show.
Stern was Howard
Which
Stern.
I don't know how the hell they got away with anal ring toss on WWOR, but they did. At that time,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah.
Channel 9
They got
played
away with a
anything.
lot. They got
Channel
Imagine
9
that
was
today.
like
Imagine
that
that
was
show
like
today.
public access.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Channel 9 was straight public
Yeah.
access.
Mario.
man.
pay
It
us,
was, yo,
we'll
it
air
was it was Mario Cantone at 9 a.m. Howard Stern at midnight. That was the spectrum. That was the spectrum.
I mean, what do you expect for a TV station based out of Secaucus?
Mario
Yeah, pretty
Cantone.
much.
What was his show? What was that show he had? Mario Cantone. It was a kid's show. You remember that joint? On
Yeah,
Channel 9?
I remember that.
I knew he was loud.
Steam Pipe Alley.
Steam Pipe Alley. Wow.
And boy, he loves the steam pipe.
Yeah.
Wasn't he gay? He was gay, I think.
Oh,
man.
as the
He
day
is,
is
not
long.
was,
As
is.
the day is
Uh,
long. Yeah.
Why is he not anymore?
Unless he passed, he still
He
is.
still is.
I
He
don't
still
know.
is.
I don't know if he's still alive. He's got to be in his 70s.
Has
or
anyone
80s.
ever met anyone that was like gay for like a long time? That was just like, okay, well, I'm not gay now anymore. Like, I don't know. No, it's a serious question. Serious
D-Rock,
question.
yeah,
I
Like,
think it's always.
anybody
I think
know
it's
like
always
a
All right.
dude?
All right.
Was that,
It's been
was
the
that
opposite
after
way.
they went to the Rattlesnake Valley Church and got cured?
Proceeds of the show will be donated to Camp New Grace, where we pray the gay away.
The Rattlesnake Valley Church.
Yeah, when they try to pray the gay away, dude, that shit's
You
no
ever see that
joke,
shit?
man.
The churches with the snakes and shit.
Yeah,
Down in
the
South Jersey.
fucking-
Down
the
in
And
South
fire
why
and
all
Jersey.
those
brimstone.
churches be in Texas and shit?
That's in Tom's
Yo,
River. There's one in
let me-
Tom's River.
Let me say
Tom's
something.
River.
If you build 1,000 bridges, nobody's gonna call you a bridge maker. You suck one dick, you're a cocksucking faggot. I said it.
Facts.
That's when you'll see the facts coming on the screen over here somewhere.
Send all comments to Mike Fazzolari at the Bros Knows.
To all you bridge
Cancel this.
inspectors,
Cancel
our
this.
apologies.
That's what it is.
What?
Cancel culture
The
doesn't. touch
fuck?
us.
What the fuck?
Hey, we don't have enough views yet for cancel culture. Leave us alone, man. Leave us alone.
Oh shit! Somewhere out there, there'll be a Karen that'll watch this, and all hell's gonna break loose.
That's what we need, a little controversy. I was thinking
That's
Kenny
what-
maybe you slap me when we get together and do a live.
Yo, hey.
We'll go up one. I'll
We-
shoot you
we-
in the
we
leg.
should-
Gives him a snack.
What is that, Monks? What the hell is that? I didn't. What is that?
All right,
It's
so
a
what it
stroke.
is?
It's a stroke of genius.
It's a stroke of genius that just happened to fall upon my lap and ears. It's
Somebody
it's
explain what this is.
it's
Seriously.
it's on Instagram, and I heard it on the show earlier, and
That beat your
they
meal.
they take women's mugshots and they just post them on there, and underneath it tells you like what their charges were.
It's jail chicks. Jail chicks.
It's
Gumby.
just it's jail chicks.
And some of them are interesting as hell. What they
Yeah,
got arrested for.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
this one
the
I just
stories
showed
are-
you. She got arrested for battery. There's
Well,
one
that's
that
pretty straight. That's pretty straightforward.
there's one that check this broad out.
Look at that.
Yeah.
What did she
Drug
get arrested
trafficking and narcos affiliation in Mexico.
for? Griselda type
Calm
shit.
down.
Wow.
Hello.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Hello.
I wonder where she hid it.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's your cousin.
This segment's brought to you by Gumby's Gun Show.
Fucking
Sinaloa.
Sinaloa.
And the cartel.
Represent.
Yeah.
And the cartel.
And the cartel. But yo, yeah, that was.
Are you ever looking for a few kilos?
I
us a
spent,
call.
Need them fast?
Yeah.
Call us. We'll have them there.
Are
I
you
ain't
sitting
gonna
on a
lie,
load? Are you feel boxed in? You don't know. You don't know where to, sell them to or give them away. Guess what?
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Call the cocaine brokers.
The
You're like
cocaine
40
bro.
million Americans.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're
man,
kidding.
not-
We're kidding. We're
Not
kidding. We're
one
kidding.
bad review.
I call. If you call within the next 10 minutes, you get the first ounce free.
Well, shout out to the Jersey City Peacocks, bro, for
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Shout
that
out
was
to
a
the
story.
Jersey
They did.
City.
Hell of a story.
St. Peter's.
St. Pete's.
Whoop, whoop.
Hell of a
They
story.
definitely put Jersey on the map.
Did their
Not that it
thing.
wasn't already, but
I
It's
mean,
always
I knew
nice
as
to
soon
get a
as
little
they
spotlight.
as soon as last week, as soon as that game started, they struggled to put points up, bro. The first half, bro. I mean,
The
I already
first
knew it
5
was going to be over
minutes.
with that team. It's too much for them. You know what I'm saying? You know that you talk about North Carolina. That's a different animal.
Yeah,
But, bro, no
It
one
would've been
expected
dope,
them to
man.
go that far.
that was
I
David
was
and
just hoping-
Goliath.
and you know,
This
you know
time
what's
Goliath
funny?
won.
It was just that first half, man, because the second half, they stood up, they kept up with them. They just couldn't overcome that first half. The 20 points.
Those first 6 or 7 minutes killed them.
It did.
Yeah.
It
They
did,
couldn't
bro.
make that up.
Killed.
They couldn't make
No,
that up.
it really did, bro. They couldn't find it.
Yeah,
Bro,
they couldn't.
Bro,
Yeah.
they couldn't. bro, they couldn't fucking make a basket to save their lives,
Nah.
bro.
Yeah, that's what killed
No
them.
basket.
Because if
bro.
you look at the second half was 30-31. It was 30-31. UNC had 31. So if it wasn't for that first that slow start where it was just a wide gap,
Yeah.
they could have
Yeah.
been in the game, man. They could have been in the
Yeah.
game, but I'm just tired of seeing all the same. That's why I stopped watching college, man. It's just always the same teams that the last 8 and 4.
Yeah, North Carolina,
Kansas, North Carolina, Kansas, Duke.
UCLA,
Duke,
yeah,
Duke,
Syracuse, Duke. Right. It's always the same
I
motherfucker.
can't, and Duke, I just loathe. Being a Michigan man, I just loathe Duke, man. I just can't watch.
I
it,
mean,
man.
listen, the last one was Gonzaga. Nobody, heard. And then they started creeping up. They started winning
Yeah,
games. So
well, when
you
you
get
have-
some of these little Cinderella.
Yeah, when you have Gonzaga or Villanova sneak
Mhm.
in, makes it a good time. But
I was
for the most part,
rooting for Arkansas. Arkansas is the underdog.
Razorbacks?
Arkansas
Yeah.
is another blue blood school. I mean, they're always in it. But when you get like a Gonzaga, Villanova, sometimes you get the TCU that snuck in a couple years ago.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
You know, it's a good time. So that's why it's a feel good. Like it's good to see those little programs come in and get that high because most times they're gone by 16 or even before that. You know what I mean?
Listen, next year, Middlesex County College Blue Coats. Come
Yeah.
on.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
The
Keene
Vry
University,
Institute.
Keene University, Seton
Keene
Hall. Shout out to
University?
Seton
Nah.
Hall.
Fucking Union County College, UCC. Come on.
UCC.
The
Oh.
DeVry Institute.
I heard they have a
Technodunks.
phenomenal curling team. Let's go.
And them dudes were small, bro. Small
Yeah.
jokers.
Compared
Yo,
to
shout
North
out to my man
Carolina,
with the
yeah, they were
mustache.
small.
My man
The
with the
mustache.
mustache. With
Yeah.
the rapist stash. He was balling.
He looked more like a professional bowler.
He was like
Munson, Roy Munson.
a professional pedophile.
Kingpin shit.
Want some candy, little girl?
Yeah.
Oh man.
He probably does his homework like ransom notes with cutout letters.
He balled though, man. I gotta give it to him. He actually balled though.
Yeah, he did. Shout out to him.
Shout out to St. Peter's, man. A hell of a run this year.
Yeah, man. I heard the
Yeah.
coach already left. I think he signed with Seton Hall.
He did.
Really?
He did.
Wow.
That dude's like, yeah, my stock
Talking all
went
that
up. I'm
shit,
out.
and then you're gonna bounce.
Yeah. He's like, my stock went up. I'm out.
Yo, that's what it is, bro. Seton Hall got the scratch. It's a private
Yeah,
school.
he actually played for Seton Hall and was in the Final Four with them.
Actually, yeah.
He
Matter of
was.
fact,
He was.
How about that fucking kid, dude, on that ride, man? Over there.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't want.
That shit was fucking fucked.
No, he's the
up.
same age as my son. When I thought about that, man, I was like, man.
Yeah, there was a video out there. I was not gonna watch that video.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was talking to my son about it, and he told me he read somewhere on the internet that the kid was kind of nervous getting on a ride, and that
That's the
fucking
worst.
around. You know how fucking around we say shit.
yeah.
He said, "Hey, if I don't make it, tell my mom and dad that I love them."
yeah, I heard that.
Oh,
Are you
could
kidding me?
imagine?
No, I
Could you
heard that.
imagine?
That's some foul shit.
That's
He was scared.
crazy.
He was
man.
scared, but of course, kid's gonna go on because he don't want to look like a punk.
Right.
And, but at the end of the day, whether he was scared or not, you'd expect that to be safe, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
And you know
apparently
what-
he exceeded the weight limit, apparently. And they never even.
He was a big
you know,
dude.
no-
He was a big boy. He was a
no
big
Right.
waiver
boy.
sign, nothing.
Yeah, by a
Well,
few 2, 3, 4 pounds. You
You got a
2, 3,
16-year-old
4.
puke running these things, bro. You got a 16-year-old kid running these things, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what I know there was video. Now, was there video of the guy? Because even in Great Adventure, when you get in, they'll walk by and they'll they'll
Yeah.
do the tug to make sure everybody's strapped in.
All the videos I've seen, I haven't seen anybody tugging anything, but I did see the girl ask the guy, "Did you check him? Did you
Yeah.
check him?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
You don't do that, and that's the
I don't think he did. I
You know,
don't
it's funny because I was like, yo, it's like, you take your kids to amusement parks and like you always don't think like, yo, you're like, yo, did you check my kid? Make sure they're strapped in or make sure that's
Right.
safe, make sure that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids, like I said, most of these are teenagers that are making $10 an hour. They don't give a
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they teach them the safety procedures 5 minutes and they throw them in there and go ahead, go
Yeah.
at it. You know what I mean?
See,
So
what's
it's-
crazy is that when we were kids, we wanted that fucking danger. Now, as a parent, I'm like, yo,
Yep.
you could do the Ferris wheel.
Exactly.
That's as far as you go.
I was avid roller coaster fan, bro. Wherever I went, I had to ride that roller coaster.
Get on
Yeah.
the
And
bumper
now I
cars.
think twice.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, yo, here's 4 tickets for the bumper cars. You're not
Even the
getting
bumper
anything
cars are
high.
not safe, dude.
Yeah, yeah, you
No,
can lose a
you
finger.
fucking you walk out of with whiplash.
Old ass bumper cars.
If you from
That's it.
Jersey, Great Adventures and Action Park, where we grew up on, they don't strap you down in Action Park.
Nah,
That's some wild
nah.
shit over there.
Bro,
Yo, the other thing that y'all saw that video of the plane that went straight down in China, bro. Like that
Yeah.
737, bro. Did you see the video how that thing just shot straight down?
That's
I'm starting to think
Oh.
I'm starting to think that was like a murder suicide type thing, man. Because the way that plane came down, it was just like the dude was just holding the yoke, and it just went wow, like it was just
Well,
a bullet, dude.
They said that they found some type of explosives on the plane.
How
when they-
many,
when they went through the whole
Yeah, I
rubble?
don't-
No.
I don't
How
know.
many
I
government
don't-
people on that plane? How many
They-
people work
they
for the
spoke-
government? on that?
132 people died.
They
Yeah.
they spoke with the 2 of the survivors that were there.
There,
Survivors.
there weren't any survivors.
What the fuck was I watching?
What were you talking about?
What were you watching? Are you watching
Were you
Lost?
watching Lost?
Yeah, that's like 12 years old, bro.
Gilligan's Island.
No, there was
Are you watching-
Survivors
I don't
with a
mean
hat
to.
on.
I don't mean to burst your bubble, but
Are you watching
they're all
Manifest?
dead.
no
Gumby, they buried the
survivors?
survivors. They buried them.
Yo, the smoke monster is not real.
It's not real.
This nigga was like, even the survivors died. Even the survivors didn't make it, nigga.
You got a better chance of Gilligan's Island survivors.
I think what Gumby meant to say was maybe witness. Maybe he's meant to say witness.
Yeah.
Witness. Two
Was
two
that
witnesses.
it?
Two
No
two
survivors.
live witnesses.
There was plenty of witnesses.
Survivors.
And I meant survivors. He's like, I meant
think
survivors.
survivors.
I know,
Well,
I
guys,
know.
thanks for joining us tonight. On behalf of Dave, Gumby, Vic, and Mike, thanks for watching us, and we appreciate you always as usual. Thanks again. Hit like, subscribe, and
Do
don't
it.
forget to comment because we always
Do
love the
it.
comments, even
Do
the
it.
bad ones.
Even the bad ones, good
Um,
ones, do it.
Thanks for everything, and have a good night, everybody.
Peace,
Yeah.
peace, peace.
I hope I got enough Continental wipes.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
All right, man.
I'll keep that one in, Vic.
Yeah.